Hi, my name is Amy Eberling. I'm the Executive Director of the Salish Sea School. Part of our mission includes engaging students as advocates for a marine environment. Today I'm so excited to introduce you to our representative, Alex Ramel. Much of our environment is regulated by governmental policies. Representative Ramel is going to show us how students, how you guys, can get involved to engage and improve these policies.
Hey students, my name is Alex Ramel. I'm a state representative in the 40th District for Washington State. The 40th District is parts of Bellingham, sort of the southwest corner of Whatcom County, the northwest corner of Skagit County, and the San Juan Islands. I think the student voice is incredibly important, and it's incredibly powerful, and it's underutilized, frankly. As people, we all care about children, and we all care about the future and the legacy that we're leaving. And as students, you're kind of the embodiment of that legacy and that future. And that's a powerful moral voice. Everything can be effective. It's valuable to have a petition delivery. And so having your name on a petition doesn't take a lot of work, but adds a little bit of oomph to what other people are going to speak about. It adds power. A handwritten letter, my office frankly doesn't get a lot of handwritten letters, and we try to respond to them all because of that. If you send an email, I guarantee it will be tracked. All of those different approaches work. If you're able to join in-person meetings or live meetings over Zoom or Microsoft Teams or whatever else, that's really effective. If bringing people together, especially a big group of constituents, I'm going to listen. I'm going to take notes and try to be as responsive as I can, because it makes a difference when you're talking to people and you hear from folks one-on-one and you get those individual stories. That's probably the most effective thing you can do. My goal is to meet with as many people as I can fit into in a day and still get the rest of my work done. It's important to do a little bit of homework and understand who it is you're going to talk to. For example, if you sit down to have a meeting with me, we don't need to start with climate change is an existential crisis. I'm already right there with you, right? But let's talk about the importance of one particular bill or how it would affect you personally. You're only going to get a short period of time, and it probably will be 15 minutes or less. They may be late, and you still only have whatever's left, right? So make sure you know what the one thing you're going to ask for is. It's tough to have too many things going on in a meeting, and so if you boil it down to one thing, your message will be really clear. And that's, I think, especially important when you have a group of people, so that you're all singing the same song. And then the second thing I'd say is to be clear from the outset what that is. I heard from somebody on giving a presentation once, and it stuck with me, and I think it's something I always kind of keep in the back of my head, and it works when you do it, is that when you're trying to tell somebody something, it helps to tell them what you're going to tell them, and then you tell it to them, and then you tell them what you told them. And if you kind of organize your presentation that way, it takes a little bit more time, and you've only got a short period of time, but if you keep it boiled down to that one thing and keep coming back to that point, you may or may not persuade them, but they won't be at all confused about what you are trying to persuade them about. What can students do to move a legislator, an elected official, towards a policy position, I think is probably one of the most important questions in how we make decisions in our society. On this side of the table, I can tell you that I think it is, it's really powerful and it's really effective to hear from folks in terms of moving something that might have been lower on my priority list to a higher position on my priority list. You're not likely to completely change somebody's mind with an argument that they haven't heard before. But what you can do is bring something to light as important, as a priority, that maybe they weren't paying attention to, or to remind them of something that's important and elevated on their priority list. In any given year, we're only going to be able to do so many things. And the most constrained resource we have in government is time. And so changing priorities, especially priorities for elected officials who are going to get some of their priorities fulfilled, moving something from low on the list to higher on the list is a big win and absolutely shouldn't be undervalued. It's important to hear because I need to be able to talk with other members and say, hey, these, I keep hearing from my constituents about this, and I can't let this go because people in my district care about this. And I know we've got other stuff to get to, but I can't leave this meeting until we're going to take up this bill. We can't go home until we've done this. I can say that because I get those messages from people in the community. And that's how your voice matters. You know, what I would say is that when it comes to protecting the Salish Sea, when it comes to protecting our climate, it's not that we don't know what to do. It just takes political will. We know how to do it. We just have to get off our butts and do it. And the motivation to do that comes in part from hearing from constituents, from hearing from people that we represent that this matters. And your voices can do that, and I really hope that you'll use them.
Alex, thank you for your time today. You have shown us why student voice matters to protect our marine environment, and especially the Salish Sea. You have shown us how we can improve these governmental policies that regulate our marine environment. We're excited to get out there.